YouTube violent community, zombies fans, random people on the internet, my name is Giggens. We're here today to talk about the Zombies live in the UK. This album is a live record put out in 2013 of their current tour at the time, and it's one of the most exciting live albums I think I've ever heard. Not because I'm biased, because I'm a huge Zombies fan, but like the performance, the energy, the enthusiasm, the care about what they're doing is so palpable. Like, for instance, opening with a song that could very easily be a closer for anybody else. They open with Time of the Season, which is an insanely cool opener. This thing rocks the whole way through. The smooth sophistication of this thing is unmatched. Nobody, like, I've said this before in many Zombies videos, and I'm gonna say it again. A lot of bands can sound like a lot of bands. No bands can sound like the Zombies. Steve Rodford on drums, his dad Jim on bass, Tom Toomey on guitars, Colin and Rod, everyone doing vocals together. This thing is just absolutely incredible. What a way to start the show. The song breathes so beautifully. It's a triumphant open. It's like, hey, you like a lot of our songs, but we're going to start with one of our best ones and still give you an incredible amount of hits after this. Can't Nobody Love You follows that up, and it gets that R&B scratch itched. And I love Colin's vocals on this one. He fits right in. And the guitar work on this one from Tom is unbelievable. His shredding is so damn good. It's an early Zombies classic that dates back right to 1964-65, but it's got such a fresh appreciation for it. And the spirit and enthusiasm behind it would make you think they just learned it the other day. After that, Breathe Out, Breathe In, which was a current new song at the time, and it fits in so perfectly with the rest of their repertoire. You would have never known it's an old song. It's just as new sounding as their old songs getting a fresh take in this current live concert. Hearing a song like this is exciting because you hear that they never lost that spark. They never lost that drive, that hunger to write insanely creative songs that are sophisticated but so catchy. And this song easily fits right into any of those other tracks. The new zombie stuff, whenever they put out a new record, is just as important as their 60s material because it shows that they still care. And they're making some of the best music of their career right now. Up next is probably the standout song for me on this record, I Love You. One of my favorite songs from their 60s heyday. This version has a bite and an attitude and a longing and a yearning that you cannot let go of. Once your ears hear this version, this like almost becomes the definitive version. It's one of those tracks when I heard the original for the first time, I was like, okay, this song is something special. This is really unique. The starts, the stops, Colin, and I don't know what to say, doing his that bit throughout the track. This thing is so dynamic and has so many shifts. And like I can see why it wouldn't necessarily be like a hit single, but as a song, it's incredible. And this version, the hunger on this thing to prove how great this song is, it just makes you smile because you hear that driving force behind it. It's so strong. I can spend days talking about just this one particular track. It's so fun. It's energetic. They are absolutely nailing it the whole way through. If you check out one song from the Live at the UK record, put on I Love You, it's going to blow your mind. Up next, they treat us to a few songs from Odyssey and Oracle, which at that point, only a handful of years before that, they'd played in full for the first time ever, so they were busting out these songs left, right, and upside down because they're some of the most incredible stuff ever written. They do A Rose for Emily, just Rod and Colin, and it's perfect. It's beautiful. It's wistful. Colin's voice on top just delicately delivering this really painful, sad story. It's perfect. The vocal interplay during the choruses between Colin and Rod, they nail it. It's a classic. Then you get Carousel 44, which is probably one of the hardest songs ever to sing, especially for Colin. But the background vocals are so well done. But Colin's voice on this one, he soars. This is not an easy song to sing, and he nails it. He soars above this thing. The music on this song ranges anywhere from calm and reflective to joyous and triumphant to a little bit sad. And every moment that this song is being played is so carefully done and lovingly done. And they know that they're playing and performing something very special. Following that up, talking about special songs, This Will Be Our Year. It's done a little bit slower, but I kind of like that. And I like that Colin gets to soar a little bit throughout this one. And near the end, it hangs for a little while. The whole took a long time to come. There's breaks in between those moments that let it like really sit. So then that final moment is such a payoff. one of the best songs they've ever done. You know, a song about just absolutely believing in your relationship and knowing that finally something good's going to happen for both of you and that good luck is around the corner. It's a beautiful song. After that, they jump back to the early days with Tell Her No, her third single, and it's fun. They nail it. The energy's there. It sounds like 1964, but now the enthusiasm, the youthful energy in their voice is wonderful. Hell of a track, hell of a take on this one. Then they jump into Argent territory with Hold Your Head Up, and Colin is a massive Argent fan, as anyone should be. Argent rules. But hearing them sing this song in unison and hearing Rod just go crazy on the organ and the whole rhythm section just jumping in, one of the things I love about this band is they understand the past and they understand the present and how they both can be together, and the playing, the spirit, the performance is what matters. And I've said this before too, a good song doesn't know a generation. A band that's been around forever can still write incredible songs. The Zombies are proof. But hearing them do this track as the Zombies, it just works. Because, I mean, you gotta remember too, like Chris White wrote this thing, the original bass player for the Zombies. He wrote this track. So it's kind of like a zombie song. And then they end the night with their classic debut single, She's Not There. A great way to end it off. A nice bookend of the show itself, if you will. And Colin, again, this is not an easy song to sing. He's got those huge high parts during the choruses. And especially at the end, you got to let that note hang for a little while. And to not let your voice break during those moments is something that takes a lot of skill. My biggest takeaway from this record is fun and care and enthusiasm and an understanding of where they had come from and where they're going. Their story is not over. It wasn't then, it's not over now. There's more to come from the Zombies, and hearing them sound so youthful and so energized and so stoked about what they're doing and believing in the songs, that's what makes a live performance. You know, it's really easy to phone it in. It's really easy to go out there and play the same songs over and over and over again 8,000 times over the course of someone's career. But when you do it with conviction and you care about what you're doing, that's what drives it home. And this album for me is one of my favorite live albums of all time. It's just excellent. It's well performed. It's fun. They nail it. The sophistication and the catchiness join hands and create something absolutely special. So if you've never heard this album, it is available on streaming. Good luck tracking down a CD of this thing. It's on my list of things to do because I'd really love to own this thing on CD someday. But until then, streaming is where it's at. But it's well mixed. It's well balanced. It's a very good sounding record on your ears. Everything is well performed. So can't talk about this thing enough. The Zombies live in the UK, a 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. If you want something that mixes the old with the new with some deeper cuts that maybe you're not super well versed in the Zombies, but you want to get an idea of what they can do beyond the 3 big hit singles in America, dig this album. You're going to enjoy it. I promise. My name is Giggens. This has been Zombies Live in the UK. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know about your thoughts below in the comments. Let's keep chatting about the Zombies because they're one of my favorite groups, and more people need to know about how special they are and the depth of their discography. And yeah, one of the best bands of all time. One of the most underrated groups ever. Zombies forever, man. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.